Look at the time. It is 10:40 and exactly 35 years ago, right now, it was time for something new on ITV.
A very warm good morning to you. Welcome to Liverpool's Albert Dock. My name is Richard Madeley, and this is my wife, Judy Finnegan.
Hello.
And this morning, and every weekday morning, we invite you to join us for a brand new show.
We're on the air live for 90 minutes, and we hope you'll join us because we've got something for all the family. We're looking at food and drink and shopping. We've got all the latest fashions and beauty tips, and we'll be showing you how you can bring a designer look into your home cheaply and simply. What else, Richard?
Well, we've got all sorts of information and ideas. We've got family finance, how to get the best out of credit, and the latest tips from our own city desk. We'll also be looking at family life, childcare, pregnancy, the choices and the dilemmas that face today's parents.
And every day there'll be a famous face dropping in for coffee at around 11:30. Today I'm meeting Paul Nicholas, and tomorrow Barbara Dixon will join us with her little boy, and I actually think she's expecting another, isn't she?
Yes, but not necessarily a boy.
How mad is that? That was going out exactly this time. That exact thing 35 years ago.
That's crazy.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, thank you, Richard and Judy, and thank you for joining us for the last 35 years.
Yes, it's this morning's birthday today, and to celebrate, here's the man who first welcomed you to the show, Richard Madeley. There you are. 35 years ago, you were sitting in Albert Dock on air for the very first time. What was it like that day when you first went to air? Were you nervous?
Well, I wish I'd realised I spoke like a 1940s newsreader. I mean, the accent, the clipped tones, they weren't put on. We all spoke slightly differently back then. Yeah, of course we were nervous. I mean, it was a huge leap into the dark. There'd been nothing like it on British television before. Daytime television didn't exist. And finally, ITV decided that it should, and they went to America and they looked at American daytime shows and they came back with lots of ideas. And then all the different ITV companies, Granada, Yorkshire Television, Thames Television, Central, all of them, they all made a pilot for this new show that was going to be called This Morning. And I think that one of the reasons that Judy and I won it for Granada was Liverpool. That set there was amazing. You know, that big plate glass window behind us. It was a real view. Those lovely red colonnades, you know, of the Albert Dock, the Victorian Dock. And I just think it had a real breath of fresh air about it. Whereas all the other pilots, I think, were just done in just sort of studios. We did it somewhere real, and it was Liverpool, you know. And I just think the Liverpool atmosphere came through the show.
Did you have any idea, Richard, how successful it would be when you did your first show 35 years ago?
No, I mean, it was 35 years ago right now, 1988, and we were told pretty firmly by ITV that if it didn't work, we'd be off the air by Christmas. We had a one-year contract, and there were a lot of people. There was a lot of snobbery around in those days, you know, about daytime television. It was seen as somehow inferior television, not proper television, toy town television. I have no idea why. So there was a lot of sort of willingness, schadenfreude really, for the thing not to work, which actually gingered us up and made us more determined to make it work. And boy, did we work hard, you know, to get it in the air.
Yeah, well, you started it and we continue to look after it. And I think that things sort of change and evolve, but really the heart stays the same. And I think what really stays the same is that whoever sort of does the show, it belongs to the audience. And I think you guys really started that.
I seem to remember that's one of the things we said towards the back end of that very first show. Judy and I scripted it in. We said, can we just make one thing clear? This is your show. It's not our show, it's not ITV's show, it's not Granada's show, it belongs to you. So we'll give you what you want, let us know. Now, this was in the days before social media, so people had to ring in and write in. But yeah, the show was very much evolved and carved itself out based on what the viewers wanted, and it still does. It still belongs to the viewer.
Well, happy birthday. And happy birthday to everybody as well, 35 years. And Dr. Chris, we're going to be looking back at, because he was on the very first show, and I think later on in the week we're going to be looking back at his time on the show as well, which would be lovely. Lots of memories there. Thank you, Richard. Good to see you.
Thank you, Richard.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Happy birthday.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.